Once again, we are back with a random thing that I decided to do on my channel. And today we are going to be giving, I guess, a review of the new League of Legends music video thing. I had saw, like, somebody I followed on Twitter post about it, and I looked at the clip posted by Riot, and I was like, wow, this really sucks. So I have to talk about it. So I want to preface this video with a couple things. Number one, I am not a League of Legends fan. I do enjoy art of the characters, but that is very casually, so I don't have any lore knowledge, or if there's any references, I will not get them. So if that's within the music video, then I guess I missed out on that. Number two, I'm not a K-pop fan, despite this song not being K-pop at all, and just being like very American style pop, whatever. I will be addressing K-pop in the music video, but I just want to address that as well. Number three, I'm only going to be focusing on the all-girl group song KDA, along with this song with the boy group Heartsteel, because I will be making comparisons between the two, and just how one version is stronger than the other, both musically and conceptually. I am aware that there are other League of Legends music videos, but I'm not referring to them, nor am I talking about them here. And lastly, of course, my opinions are my own opinions, so if you enjoyed the song and video, then good for you! I did not, so that's why I'm making this video. So, to start off with, I'm just going to read off of the notes I have that I took when I watched both of these. So starting off with Heartsteel, my first note is great gowns, beautiful gowns, just kidding. I think they put a lot of effort into the visuals in terms of the animation quality. And I will say that's probably the strongest and only good part of this song is the quality of the animation within the music video itself. Like, obviously it is very well professionally done. The effects are really nice looking, but again, that's just the great gowns, beautiful gowns aspect of it. Like, other than the visual flair of it, that's kind of all there is. It's like a very hollow, generic song musically, and I'm going to get to that in a second. So my second point is it sounds like a song that you hear on a Madden NFL home screen, and I stand by this 1000%. Like, you know, those kind of like throwaway songs that are on a Madden NFL playlist that you listen to either, like, when you're creating something, when you're playing through the game itself, when you're picking a team, whatever. I don't play Madden. I'm just like back in the day when I had a PSP Madden game. These are the kind of songs I remember. Or even when I go over my cousin's house, who is one of those sports simulation game players, this is the type of music that you would hear. Like, you'll have the good songs mixed throughout their little playlist, but then you'll have your throwaway songs like this. And this song definitely sounded like that. And then going off of that, it felt like an AI-generated attempt at a One Direction song. Like, if you told a generator to be like, hey, spit out a pop song, and don't forget to add the key points of like what makes a successful pop song, I feel like you will get something like this. Because it just felt so generic, both lyrically and also in the music. Like, there was no point where I felt emotion or hyped about this song. Like, even with the pre-chorus and stuff, I thought it was super boring. Like, the build up to, like, the whole point of like a pop song stuff, you're supposed to build up to this chord. Like, first you're supposed to start off either kind of slow or maybe a little fast, depending on what type of vibes you're trying to set. But since they're trying to do just like a boy band rock star road trip thing, you would expect it to start off maybe a little bit slow and then build up to something like an explosion of just like energy. And I did not feel that. It felt like the same dull energy that the song began with, it ended with. And when you have like rap and stuff mixed in with pop, you expect a lot more just from the art of the song. Like, using the example, I guess, of what's a song that had that? Bang Bang, the critically acclaimed, probably one of the best collaborations of our generation with Nicki Minaj, Jessie J, and Ariana Grande. Um, you had an explosion of energy throughout that song, broken up by build up of the lyrics into the chorus, and then of course you have the rap part towards the end, and then the music video complements this feeling. So this like grandiose, bigger than thou feeling. This, even with all the visual flair, it felt like the visuals were carrying this song, to be quite honest. And the visuals themselves, while the animation is good, the unfocused concept does not help. And I will get to that in a second as well. So no part of the song had a moment, both in the music or visuals, where it felt like it hit. So like I said, it just goes back to the energy that I said is lacking here. It felt like an unfocused concept. Like, I wrote here that the lyrics don't remotely match what's going on in the music video. Like, there's this repeated line of the death of a rock star, but they're like racing on cars throughout what looks like a movie theater, not movie theater, but like a movie studio parking lot, and just like doing a bunch of random shit that looks quote unquote cool, but it doesn't make a cool or engaging music video. So I really do feel like, unless you are already a League of Legends fan, or specifically a fan of these characters, like, you're not going to care about this. So obviously, I guess it's made for its intended audience, but I feel like even if I was the intended audience and I was like a League of Legends fan, and I do like some of these characters, like I said, I'm a casual fan of the artwork that I see of these characters, but I was bored. I was so bored. Like, it's so unfocused. Like, Death of a Rock Star, when I'm imagining, just throwing out an idea, I'm imagining like a bunch of motifs of dying, or just the different perceptions of death. So you can have the very literal perception of death being like in a cemetery. You can connect that to somebody being in a morgue, and you can connect that to, like, I guess, like how they play in the actual game. Like, oh, this is the death of a meta, or the death of this character's viability, or something like that, and connect that all back into a song. You can even put in the rockstar elements. So maybe you can have somebody, like, they wanted cars and cool stuff because I guess men, but have somebody on a fucking motorcycle. Put in like Ghost Rider, sort of Ghost Rider as in the flaming skull, like motorcycle man who will like drag your soul to hell. I don't know what the fuck he does, but something like that. You can have all three of these concepts, because it is a music video, so you're not going to have one scene throughout the entire music video. But if you're going to connect this to like Death of a Rock Star, there's so many motifs that you could have had a project that is consistent throughout. This did not feel consistent, cohesive, or focused. It was just like a bunch of darts thrown at the wall, like, hey, this is cool, hey, this is cool, we're going to have them in a boxing ring because part of the music video has a bell ding. I'm just like, we're gonna be racing on a movie theater a lot, like it's freaking Fast and the Furious. But this song is not about being Fast and the Furious. You're talking about Death of a Rockstar and stuff. And I know I'm picking on that one line, but I'm like, it said so much throughout the video that you wanted us to focus on it, but I'm not seeing any sort of like connection back to these lyrics. So there's a disconnect between the lyrics and the music video, and just any sort of like theming. And it's just like, my next note is just, it's flashy for the sake of being flashy. Like I said, great gowns, beautiful gowns. It's a very well animated music video, but it's also a very blah music video. Like, if it was just this music video, I mean, if it was just the video itself and no music, I think I would enjoy this a lot more. But having heard both of them together, the song itself without the video would be incredibly boring and like lame. Like, it's already lame, but it would be incredibly boring on top of that. But then add in a music video and it only elevates it so much. And like I said, my last note is literally, its only remotely good part about it is the animation and models. I think that is like amazing, but that is a standard that this team has already set. Whoever makes these music videos has already set that standard of, oh, we're gonna make sure this shit looks good. We got the budget. So, and obviously, you know, you see that, but like I said, with this specifically, Heartsteel, with the Paranoia, whatever, um, it felt incredibly unfocused. I didn't know what theme I was supposed to look for here. If the whole point is the death of a rock star theming, then it was not present at all in this music video, and I think that really hurt it. Um, so the second part of this music, wait, before I even get to that, there's no dancing. You have a music video, a whole 4 minute, I want to say music video. Was it 4 minutes? No, it's 3 minutes. Damn near 4 minutes. But there was no dancing at all. And if you're going to have a song like this, you need dancing at some point. You have to have a dance break. You had all the elements of a song there. You had the singing, you had the rapping, you had you had a visual. You had a visual. A visual was there. But you didn't even have dancing. Like, at the very least, you could have had some sort of like choreography there. But it was just riding on cars, trying to look cool, and it was just a very bad music video. So I'm going to switch over now to talking about KDA and what a good music video looked like. Because I do feel like they let this team down, like not the team like whoever made it, but the team as in this boy group that they created with their characters down. Because you look at this and then you look at KDA Pop Stars and it's like night and day. It's not even a competition. KDA Pop Stars is a billion times better of a concept, of a song, and a music video. So let's talk about it. So I rewatched both of them just to like have it fresh in my head and write my notes down about both of them, so I can have like my counter argument to like the points I made. So even in the first 30 seconds, it's already a more focused concept that matches both the musical tone and title of the track. The title of the track is Pop Stars, and you have this interesting and cohesive visual. Like, you're switching from like your very grungy subway vibe that you're gonna go from it's lit up to now it's dark, but you have like the neon lighting there, and then you have this underground road tunnel that one of them is driving through, and all these interconnected parts that come together later that I'll talk about, but just already interesting in the first 30 seconds visually. Like, it's interesting visually, and then each scene gives off the intended girl boss pop star vibe accentuated by the K-pop genre itself, because there's a lot of like how K-pop has made itself is a lot of manufactured elements that when you put in, it sounds good, so to speak. Because like I said, I'm not really a K-pop fan, but just like I can recognize that there are some good sounding K-pop songs. Like I was back in the day, I was a SHINee fan. I'm not a K-pop fan anymore, but back in the day, I was a SHINee fan. And I love the dance sections that they had in their songs, how the instrumental itself was created, like the elements that they use, the instruments that they use within the instrumental, like the bass was always bass. Here, it was the percussion that I think led how good this song was. You just had the points that were hitting, the snare that's throughout this entire track, and just the percussion itself, I think was really, really good in the KDA Pop Star song itself. Not the music video, but literally just the music. And I think the most important aspect of this song is that when you get to the build-up of the chorus of that Fox girl, and you have the pre-chorus, and she's like singing, and it leads into the repetitive, but also like people are going to remember it, they're going to sing along. That's the point of it. And you have a dance section right there. So not only are people remembering this, but they're going to want to dance along to it. So you cannot have a song like KDA Pop Stars, whatever, and not have a dance section, especially within the K-pop genre, because most of those songs are associated with some sort of dance or whatever to make them not just memorable, but marketable. Because then you can, put that on TikTok, you can put that on YouTube, whatever. So it goes hand in hand, and they did it perfectly here. I feel like because it's not even like they did a lot. It's not like there's a Beyonce Coachella level of performance here. It's just enough, and it's enough that it feels cohesive and good. And my last note about the KDA Pop Stars thing is that each scene that they show throughout the video connects to each other. So for example, each individual scene of each girl's individual scene in the music video, you'll see another girl from another part of that music video transport themselves and interact with each other. So the girl who has the red circular glasses who's driving the car, she's gonna be dancing and singing with the girl with the mask who's on the metro. Now the only part of it that didn't connect was the Fox girl, but when she like breaks apart the laundromat or whatever, and she's in like this void and she's dancing whatever there, in my opinion, that's a good. Basically, I think it's good that they had her separate from everyone else. That's all I'm trying to say, because she is the pre-chorus that leads into the chorus itself, where everyone's dancing and everything. And I think she even comes back at the end when they're like doing that. The camera will pan up to another girl, up to another girl, as if you're moving forward, but it's just the same thing over and over, and they're just continually dancing. And I like that. I like that a lot. When you add all these elements together, you have this girl boss K-pop vibe with a dance that complements it. The song itself has this pop, EDM, electronic, perfectly accentuates everything else. And in my opinion, just makes a very much stronger concept and overall better song. Like, here you have this and this came out before Heartsteel. So Heartsteel is, compared to this, is like garbage to me. Not literally garbage. Like, I'm not trying to say that the work that the people put in on this is bad. I'm saying that the direction of these ideas was not done properly. I agree with the person who I saw this on Twitter from, which originally inspired me to make this video to begin with. They need to rework this entire concept. Like, they need to scrap this video and go back to the drawing board and make a much stronger concept, because this was not a good song. This was not a good song. This was a nice, flashy looking music video, but again, flashy for the sake of being flashy. It did not remotely match anything going on with lyrics, and like I said, I feel like unless you were already a fan of these characters specifically, or are a League of Legends fan yourself, I don't see why you would care about this, unless this is just the type of music that you like. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on this. I just wanted to make a video about this because I'm like, I did not like this, and I'm like, League of Legends, Riot, they've already done this before with making a group, like a pop group song that sounds good. So I'm like, what happened here? What went wrong? Because I do feel like something definitely went wrong. Something here feels very unfocused. And I feel like they're cashing in on the fact that you will have these existing fans who just probably won't care about the lack of focus and concept here, because I feel like there is no focus. There's no focus, there's no concept, there's no theming. But anyway, that's my opinion. I'm putting it out there. Listen to KDA Pop Stars. It's a way better song. If you like this video, leave a like. If you tell me your opinion, if you actually just refute everything I said here, tell me what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me why this is amazing. Tell me all the references they put in this song that I definitely missed because I'm not a fan. I'd love to hear what other people think, because this is just my opinion and everyone has their own opinions. So yeah, if you think differently, then let me know below. I don't know when I'll ever do something like this again, because I'm not a reaction channel. But I just kind of just do what I feel like when I feel like it. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, that's great. Bye.